But at the same time, too, my brother Cuban, after all these years, still deserves his shine. He still deserves his shine. And I'm gonna say, I don't know NORE, but I would like to send a message to them. NORE, I love your music. Love your music. You changed my whole aspect of music when you came out and everything, and especially when you was a solo artist. Respect it. From day one, from Drink Champs, followed you. I think it was the greatest thing that's ever happened to the internet because I'm a YouTuber. I love to watch YouTube. So it was one of the most, it still is the most entertaining thing in the planet. But dude, what you do, you're supposed to, and it ain't about giving flowers. It ain't about to do nothing like that. But you're supposed to give the platform to everyone's story. Good or bad. Good or bad. Sometimes people don't understand that you need to do that. And sometimes people would understand that you need to do that. But in this case, give this man a chair. Give this man a chair so he can talk his talk, so he can talk his business. Remember, my dude, this is your show. You could control what happens in your show. Understandably, respectfully. But give this man a chance to at least talk. Put the Joe thing to the side. Do what your platform is supposed to do. And it's supposed to tell people stories.
That's the thing, though, because Joe does have some small ownership in Drink Champs as well. So, he's not going to let somebody come up in there and really go off on the boss like that. Plus, it would.
Yeah, but he don't have to go off like that. You know what I'm saying? I think Cuban could understand some things that needs to be,
I had this conversation with him. He said he would put NORE in a tough spot. He would ask NORE straight up and be like, how come you ain't do that song with Chris? How come you ain't go do that show? How come, he would make, really ask him the questions he really.
So that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. Is just I just think that everybody out there that got these little podcast shows that talk about that they love hip hop and they respect hip hop and they do this and they do that, all of them shows is supposed to give a platform for everybody, good or bad.
Well, especially if you covered one side on the show, because you allowed Joe to say all his side about calling Cuban a drunk and this and call him a pussy and say all these different things on there, right? So you should allow Cuban to say his side. Now, if they never talked about Cuban on the show, then that would be a different thing for me.
It'll be a different story. But the dude, he needs his platform too. He needs his platform too. He needs that category of a platform. Because, you got all these other platforms. They're not really huge. They're not big platforms. People ain't really going to, understand or see it or respect it or whatever. But a platform like that, he needs to really be there. I can't say that he can't say what he want to say, man. It's just, he deserves, he does. It ain't about the flowers. It's about letting him voice his shit. I don't give a fuck if it happened over 30 years. Dude, he's had shit on his show that it was beef that happened 20, 30 years ago, and they bringing it up today.
Right.
Several different artists, several different guests.
But the thing is, though, it's not that it's still affecting him to this day, though. See, that's the difference, too. It's not some shit that is just doesn't matter, like maybe to some people they feel like it doesn't matter. But to me, it's like if you can have somebody like a Jocelyn Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess, on your show, right? Why can't you have one of the greatest lyricists, in Cuban Link on your show, right? Or like when Liza is working on the Big Pun series and they was asking, can NORE bring her on to spotlight the series and talk about her story and stuff? He was elusive about that. He wasn't sure if he could do that. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna tell me that you can't bring on Pun is your brother, right? You hear him all the time say, "Oh, Pun's my brother. I love him." Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Him crying sometimes about it. But how come you can't have?
Yeah, you can't say you love your brother and not love his brother, his true brother.
No, but his wife though. His wife though. He's saying that he's not sure about bringing her on. So
You know, at the end of the day, it's his show. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't think he's gonna do anything. Not saying that Cuban will soften a show or so. Listen, a lot of these podcasters is about views. Am I correct?
right.
Do you not think this shit is probably gonna be the most fucking viewed episode ever?
That shit would break the internet.
It'll break the internet. It'll break the internet.
When he said, "Oh, I can't interview Cuban Link because of Fat Joe," do you remember?
Yeah, that's where I went left. I was like, what? It's like you come on, do you tell it? You saying I don't give a fuck if you're like, oh, that we family, we whatever, this and that and that and that. You can't say that and then say you don't got no problem with Cuban.
Well, what was,
That don't make no sense.
it wasn't even smart for him to say it though, because it didn't require that moment didn't require for him to say it. He didn't have to give specific examples. And
I still watch his show. I love his show. You know what I'm saying? But I love Cuban. I love my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let this motherfucker get on there and talk his talk. Only one that's gonna win is you.
no, you know what though? I gotta thank Nori because when he said that shit blew my shit up though. Because I was covering Cuban at the time. It blew the fuck up and it really made my numbers go crazy. And then it made me and Cubans, you know, then go on to another level. So I gotta thank Nori for that. But the real motherfucking thing to do would be to give him the opportunity to say what he got.
Yeah, just give him an opportunity, man. That's all. Give the man an opportunity. Let him talk. Let him say his thing. Come on, dude. You got old school motherfuckers that shit. Drink champs. There's certain people that you got on there, man, and I'm like, oh shit. I don't even understand why he's even there. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm on my head, nigga. I love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Nori. I'm not even gonna lie. I love his fucking music. I'm a big fucking fan of Nori. You know what I mean? But somebody needs to, everybody needs to come together, man. Have a meeting, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And damn.
Well,
fucking
EFN, he does have love for Cuban. You could tell because
he does. But at the same time, EFN is in the middle. You feel what I'm saying? The man is in the middle. You can't, it's hard. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard. But it's I don't even know how that would even work. That shit is just like
you could tell that he didn't have a relationship with Joe, and Joe felt the way the times he would bring up Cuban to him and try to squash the stuff. But they built a relationship over time, because Joe did not like when he brought up Full Eclipse, all that shit. He did not like that.
I don't know.